Good morning. Our spiritual theme this month is joy. And we're not talking about joy that comes at some future time in some distant place when we've done every last thing on our to-do list. We're welcoming joy to the present moment. And as our song leaders come forward, please rise in body or spirit to join in singing hymn 29, Joyful, Joyful, We Adore Thee. We'll sing all the verses. And as you lift up your voice, I invite you to lift up your heart. Our opening words were written by Carl Seaberg. Let there be joy in our coming together this morning. Let there be truth heard in the words we speak and the songs we sing. Let there be help and healing for our disharmony and despair. Let there be a silence in which we can hear both the voice within and the voice beyond. Let there be joy in our coming together.
This joy of mine, the world can't take it away. This joy of mine, the world can't take it away. This joy of mine, the world can't take it away. The world can't take it, the world can't take it away. This strength of mine, the world can't take it away. No, no, this strength of mine, the world can't take it away. This strength of mine, the world can't take it away. No, the world can't take it, the world can't take it away. Well, this love of mine, the world can't take it away. This love of mine, the world can't take it away. This love of mine, the world can't take it away. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This peace of mine, the world can't take it away. No, this peace of mine, the world can take it away. This peace of mine, the world can't take it away. The world can't take it, the world didn't give it, the world can take it away. Let me hear you say now. This joy of mine, the world can't take it away. This joy of mine, the world can't take it away. No, no, no. This joy of mine, the world can't take it away. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away.
Hello again. My name is Elizabeth DeCoux, and it's my privilege to serve as your worship leader today. Whatever path brought you here, wherever you came from, and whatever you were doing, we welcome you warmly to our beloved church. I especially welcome any first-time or returning visitors. Please be aware of our welcome table back by the entrance. There you will find more information about this church, and if you're interested, the path to membership. I invite you to get a name tag there so we can greet you by name, and I hope you will join us in the back after the service for fellowship and snacks. I hope to see you there. As Unitarian Universalists, we invite you to know us by our deeds rather than our creeds. That's because we don't have any shared mandatory creed in this church. What binds us together instead is our congregational covenant. You will find it in your order of service, and I invite you to join me in speaking it. We covenant to engage one another with honesty, kindness, and respect, to value diversity, seek understanding of our differences, and practice gracious accountability with care, love, and empathy. We make these promises to those who are here and those yet to come, that we be a safe, welcoming, and beloved community of acceptance, learning, and transformation. The flaming chalice is the symbol of our faith. As we light our chalice, we join with other Unitarian Universalists across the years and across the miles in this sacred act. I invite Ted Clisby to come forward and light our chalice as we hear the words of Elizabeth Parrish. Come into this house of worship. Come in and find peace and rest, inspiration and aspiration. Come in and find light for your darkness, a friend's touch for your loneliness, and music for your soul. Come in and let your heart sing for all the blessings that are yours this day. Thank you, Ted. Please rise in body or spirit and join in singing our call to worship. You will find the words in your order of service.
I chose this song because it's a fun song, and joy also has to do with fun. Well, I went on up to the Jacksonville Zoo, and they all asked for you. They all asked for you. Well, they even inquired about you. I went on up to the Jacksonville Zoo, and they all asked for you. The monkey asked, the tiger asked, and the elephant asked me too. Yeah, I went up to the Jacksonville Zoo, and they said to me, you know, I haven't seen B-Buck or class here in a long time. I said, well, I'm going to have to get him down here. I went on up to the big blue sky, and they all asked for you. They all asked for you. Well, they even inquired about you. But I went on up to the big blue sky, and they all asked for you. The eagle asked, the buzzard asked, and the ducks asked me too. Well, they all asked for you. Well, they all asked for you. Everybody there wanna know where. They all ask for you. Well, they all ask for you. Well, they all ask for you. Everybody there wanna know where. They all ask for you. Well, I went on down to the deep blue sea, and they all asked for you. They all asked for you. They even inquired about you. Well, I went on down to the deep blue sea, and they all asked for you. The shark asked, the whale asked, and the barracuda asked me too. Well, they all asked for you. They all asked for you. Everybody there wanna know where. They all asked for you. One more time. They all asked for you. They all asked for you. Everybody there wanna know where. They all asked for you.
Thank you so much, Mike. Each week, we take an offering to support the mission and work of this church. We have modern ways to give, which you'll see in the order of service and on our website. In addition to those, we still honor the tradition of passing the plate. Regardless of how and when you give, we invite you to participate tangibly in this ritual by taking the plate when it comes to you and passing it on to your neighbor. John Wrightington and Suzanne Ludwig will please come forward to receive the congregation's gifts. When they have finished, I'll ask you to rise in body or spirit to join in singing hymn number 123, Spirit of Life.
Well, if you haven't figured out that our spiritual theme for the month is joy, you've been asleep. Reverend Eaton begins her sermon with the words of Joseph Campbell. We cannot cure the world of sorrows, but we can choose to live in joy. During these difficult times in our world, with wars, the political situation, and so much discord all around, some of you may be feeling alone, tired, or simply overwhelmed. Patience is running low. Fear and fatigue are widespread. Fear of losing our health and well-being, fear of our beautiful planet succumbing to even more extreme climate events, and fear of one another as we become increasingly divided, antagonistic, and even violent. And our fears are not just imaginary. If we follow the news and hear what's happening around the world, times are tough indeed. But there's a medicine, a secret remedy that people don't talk about much. A medicine that your doctor doesn't prescribe. It doesn't appear on the news or in ads. Though the medicine cannot cure the world's ills, it counterbalances adversity. It brings a sweetness, a sparkle. It comes in bursts and quivers. It flows in and flows out all around us. And it's free to all, but it's easy to miss. It can be hidden in the mundane, the ordinary, and if we go looking for it, we might find it sparkling like a diamond in a haystack. This reading from writer Ingrid Goff Madoff asks the question, what if recognizing diamonds was enough to make them yours? And if you saw them now everywhere, on the sunlit ocean, in the moonless sky, on winter fields and the tips of branches after the rain, in smiling faces, the brook, the lake, the stream, the kitchen stove, stairs, puddles, ice, clouds, anywhere life glimmers and light glints. Kisses, belly laughs, bubbly wine, flights of fancy, feathers, teeth, words, breath, diamonds, diamonds, all diamonds. Would you then, in truth, see the very richness that you are? End quote. Miss Goff Madoff reminds us this remedy is anywhere life glimmers and light glints. It appears in twinkling skies and pet licks. It comes as unexpected explosions of the heart, as tingles of aliveness, as laughter, in song and delight. It can be found even in the darkest corners of life, if only we look for it. If only we open ourselves to see its scintillating presence and experience its healing balm. It's joy. Joy sparkles like diamonds everywhere. Joy is hidden throughout the poems of poet Mary Oliver as well. Many jokingly say that her writings are Unitarian Universalist scripture, so I have to share this poem, Mindful, with you. Every day I see or hear something that more or less kills me with delight, that leaves me like a needle in the haystack of light. It was what I was born for, to look, to listen, to lose myself in this soft world, to instruct myself over and over in joy and acclamation. Nor am I talking about the exceptional, the unique, the very extravagant, but of the ordinary, the common, even the drab, the daily presentations. Oh, good scholar, I say to myself, how can you help but grow wise with such teachings as these, the undimmable light of the world, the ocean's shine, the prayers that are made of grass, end quote. Oliver invites us to look at the ordinary, to become mindful that tucked away in our everyday are exquisite flickers of joy and delight. But so often we're oriented towards pain and difficulty. And that's natural because that's how we learn to survive. But as we know, what we focus on grows. And if we only turn our attention to the difficult, we may miss what Mary Oliver calls the undimmable light of the world. So I gave myself an assignment of opening to joy every day, of looking for what brings joy, of seeking that hidden remedy. And I have to say, I've never felt happier and more contented than I have in a while. Not that I'm turning my back on all the hardships of life and all the work that needs to be done. No, not at all. But I've purposely gone looking for that which brings laughter and light, that which soothes the weary spirit, that which amazes and cajoles to balance the seesaw of life. And it's everywhere, I found. It's hidden in every day, as long as I remember to look for it. But how do we remember to look for joy during the difficult times when people are struggling? I learned from people who've suffered tremendously, who nevertheless seem to be able to find huge reserves of joy. Look at the incredible music, songs, and dances that are part of the African American culture and that celebrate life. Look at the melodious and rhythmic music to come out of the Jewish culture. Side note here, you're going to hear a Jewish song that is very recognizable at the end of this service. Look at the humor that is born from our darkest times. Opening ourselves to joy has been a way of coping, of counterbalancing the painful struggle that many oppressed populations have dealt with for centuries. Opening ourselves to joy is the medicine to our troubled times. Opening ourselves to joy gives us the strength and courage to carry on. It's kind of like a vitamin B infusion for our spirits. My friends, joy is your birthright. You can see it in baby smiles and giggles, in their gurgling and delight. It's natural for us to feel joy. But as we get older, the weight of life can quash our ability to feel or find joy. The responsibilities of trials of life can drain our energy, and we cease seeking the diamonds. We stop knowing that they're even there. Joy can seem elusive and hard to pin down. And of course, it can be muted by grief, by illness, by loss, by pain, and yet, poet William Blake reminds us, joy and woe are woven fine, a clothing for the soul divine. Under every grief and pine runs a joy with silken twine. It is right, it should be so. We were made for joy and woe. And when this we rightly know, through the world we safely go. End quote. So, what if our ticket to a joyful life is to allow ourselves to feel both joy and woe? To not suppress either our grief or our joy, but to feel deeply both joy and woe, open our hearts to what it means to be human, and taste life fully. Blake assures us that together these make, as he said, a clothing for the soul divine. If you're looking for a sure source of joy, look to poetry. Joy is sprinkled liberally throughout poetry. It's the poet's gift to find enchantment in the ordinary, to remake familiar words into a silken twine. Look also to music as it sweeps us away in transcendent rhythms and harmonies. Look to art as its colors texture and textures absorb us. Joy is in us, ready to hitch a ride in the next poem, dance, song, sunset, or piece of art we come across. But it's also around us in every moment, if we remember to look. Just imagine you woke up today to find that this is your last day on earth. How would you want to live it? What would strike you with delight? What would you want to remember? I know for me, I'd get up with the sunrise to watch the pink hues in the clouds as the sun gradually inches its way above the horizon. I'd listen to each sound, each bird calling in the day, like it was the finest music. Each breath would be a conscious inhale, breathing in the rarefied air of life. I'd kiss the ground with gratitude for holding and nourishing me. I would embrace each tree with appreciation for its strength, resilience, and dignity. I would tell those in my life I love them and be sure to hug them a lot. I would dance and move my body, feel the miracles of incarnation. I would listen to sublime music, all my favorite pieces in the world, and would laugh and cry with delight while singing at the top of my lungs. I would savor every morsel of food and treat my taste buds to a smorgasbord of flavors. I would cuddle and play with my dog as much as possible. I'd call friends and family and thank them for their part in my life. And when the day comes to an end, I would linger, watching the spectacular sun that warms our planet gradually disappear beyond the horizon until there were no more magenta traces in the sky and the crickets had stopped singing. And then I'd snuggle up in front of a roaring fire with my beloveds and give thanks. What would you do with one day left to live? Whatever you do is your road to joy. I recently heard about a man nicknamed Slow-Mo who lives in Venice Beach, California. Slow-Mo, whose real name is Dr. John Kitchen, was a successful doctor making good money so he could afford the very large house, the latest cars, all the finer things in life. He'd climbed the ladder of success, got married and had a child, and achieved all that society told him would make him happy. But he wasn't happy. He was tired and stressed. His marriage collapsed. And though he was surrounded by all the trappings of material wealth, he felt empty inside. Until one day, he met a 93-year-old man in a cafeteria line who told him that the secret of life was do what you want to. And so Dr. John went rollerblading along the boardwalk on Venice Beach. And he skated, and he felt the wind on his face. He began to feel a sense of freedom and delight that no material wealth or success had brought him. So he quit his job, sold most of his belongings, moved into a tiny studio apartment near Venice Beach, and began to skate every day, sometimes for 12 hours straight. As he skates, he raises one leg behind him, and he leans forward, and his arms outstretched, almost flying like a superhero. That position and the continuous motion apparently stimulate the vestibular system to create a sense of peace and joy. Slow-Mo has found his ticket to joy, and he says he wants to get to the end of his life without being a jerk again. He's renowned in Venice Beach as a magical man who beams from ear to ear every day, somebody who's apparently found the secret to his joyful life. Okay, but if you can't quit your job and roller skate every day, what are other ways of opening to joy? As I reflected on this, I uncovered 6 pathways to joy. On-ramps or practices that can help you get in contact with joy more quickly. The first is embodiment. We are each born into a body. Feel the aliveness in your body. No matter the degree of your mobility or whether you're dealing with pain or discomfort, if you are here on this earth, you are embodied. It is a gift to be embodied. Notice the wonder of having a body that allows us to feel, taste, smell, touch, see, hear what is all around us. A body that carries our spirits around for this short time on earth. From the moment we're born to the moment we die, we have a physical form on this planet and can tangibly explore and express ourselves. whether we explore our embodiment through exercise, yoga, dancing, movement of any kind, eating, jumping, hang gliding, massage, making love, we can find joy in this body. I invite you to look for the joy, the aliveness in your physical incarnation. Think about some of the joy-giving things you like to do in physical form. The second on-ramp to joy is found in presence. Anything that can bring you into the present moment, awareness of this gift of life, the here and now, whether it's through conscious breathing, meditation, mindfulness practices, journaling, creating art, a gratitude practice, whatever requires your focus and attention on now. That feeling of flow when there's no past, no present, just now. It's probably why Slow-Mo feels such joy, as he's completely present while he skates. Think about how you most easily experience the present moment. The next pathway to joy is through creativity, expressing yourself through words, art, or movement, your voice, your music, your hands kneading clay or knitting, gardening, or however you express yourself. Creative expression can take you straight to joy, as can relishing the creativity of others, as we witnessed in the beautiful poems that I shared earlier in this sermon. I invite you to think about how you access your creativity. Then there's nature, an important pathway to awakening joy, the vast, pure beauty of nature in which we humans are dwarfed but can stand in awe. Gratitude and wonder for our beautiful planet and the myriad ways our earth supports, holds, and nourishes us leads to joy. Try forest bathing or swimming in a cold ocean. Dig your feet into the sand, climb a mountain, or ski down it to take in the joy of giving power of nature. Think about how you come in contact with nature. Of course, for any of you who've done things for others, you know the profound joy experienced in service, our next pathway. Doing something kind for someone else, helping in any way that makes a difference for another, brings gladness and a greater sense of purpose. Being on purpose in life brings joy. According to the research by Morris Oken and colleagues, quote, volunteering reduces the risk of death by 24%. Do I hear all of you signing up to be chalice lighters or volunteering for hospitality opportunities? Reflect on how to share your joy with the world through service. And finally, love. I don't need to explain this one. When you love or feel loved, it fills your heart with joy. The world looks brighter and more alive. The love of family, the love of friends, of community, of lovers, as well as spiritual love, love for yourself or from your pet, any kind of love opens your heart to joy. Indeed, anything that opens your heart gives you greater access to joy. Think about the practices you do to open your heart to love. And so, my friends, I invite you to experiment with these on-ramps to joy every day. They're at our fingertips always. Embodiment, presence, creativity, nature, service, love. You may wish to drive up a couple of those on-ramps every day. maybe even more than one. Look for them. They will lead you on the road to joy no matter what is going on in your life. And remember, joy is not just an emotion, a feeling that arises with certain experiences or stimuli. Joy can be felt as energy, a tingling, a buzzing, like an electric current in our cells, and this energy is contagious. The other day, our circle group facilitators were sharing their understandings of joy, and the longer the meeting went on, the more evident joy became in our midst. As we started to tap into the experience of joy, the energy shifted in the Zoom room, and more of us began feeling that energizing in our beings. By the end of the meeting, we all seemed to have been infected by joy. So focusing on joy, turning our attention to how joy manifests in our lives, experiencing joy in ourselves, seems to spread joy to others. Now, isn't that worth cultivating? Just as unhappiness can spread, so can joy. Let's create a contagion of joy. Someone might need it. The world needs it. One of the most satisfying things we can do in this world is to be transmitters of joy. I am reminded of the words of the song that Mike played earlier. The joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me, and the world can't take it away. Opening to joy is something we can choose. It's available to all of us, no matter how hard our lives are. Indeed, I would say it's vital for us to be open to joy, especially when we're going through hard times, to counterbalance those difficulties. Remember babies, how they laugh and cry, sometimes in the same breath? If we allow ourselves as adults, we too can access both. So, my beloveds, my prayer for us is that we seek every opportunity we can to be open to joy, that amidst our ordinary days and struggles, we look for those hidden diamonds, that we spread joy by reminding ourselves and those around us to look for the magic, look for the twinkling lights, look for the delight in our lives and share that. Let's begin to heal our world by creating a contagion of joy. May it be so.
Thank you so much, Donna. We may hear a little bit of an echo of one of the songs Mike played for us as we sing the closing hymn. It's number 118, This Little Light of Mine. And I want to tell you that hand clapping, foot tapping, and dancing are not required during this song, but they are very welcome. And you don't necessarily have to hold your hymn book. The first verse is, This Little Light of Mine. The second verse is, Everywhere I Go. And the third verse is, Building Up a World. I'll invite the song leaders to please come up and lead us in this song. Please remain standing afterward for the benediction. everywhere I go. Thank you so much. I want to remind you, as Donna mentioned, that there is more joy coming after the benediction from that man right there, and you'll know it when you hear it. Ted will please come forward to extinguish our flames as you hear these words from the book of Isaiah. For ye shall go out with joy and be led forth with peace. The mountains and the hills shall break forth before you in singing, and all the trees of the field shall clap their hands. Amen, and blessed be.